All right, this is round 6 of the World Open. Okay, round 6 of the World Open. Round 1 won the game. Round 2 I lost to GM Andrew Gorovitz. I finished half a point ahead of him. He was Grandmaster. Round 3 I jumped off the deep end. Just clearly just jumped off. I just was feeling froggy that day and jumped off the deep end. So then the 4th round I win. 5th round I win. 6th round is right here. Round 6 of the World Open. So let's get into it. I play the black pieces. I'm actually playing International Master Prasanna Rao. He's an International Master. I am very strong, from India. Very strong. So again, my preparation is top notch. I love to prep, and I always get up. I get up hours before I'm supposed to play. Make sure I eat. My mind's right. I get some water, stuff like that. And I'm ready, and I study. I study whatever color I'm going to have first. And then I do the same routine in between rounds. So I'm prepped. I'm prepped and ready to go. Prepped and ready to go. So I'm playing, and my prep is really good. After 2200, you can study a lot of your openings and just get in good positions and guiding through theory and stuff. So I was pretty prepped. I was always up a lot of time on all the games. Thank you so much, BC Player with the Twitch Prime. Let's go. Put it in the air. Thank you so much for that. And thanks for the follow. Appreciate that from Creature XL. Thanks for the follow. BC Player, thank you. So let's get into it. Prasanna Rao played white. I played black. Prasanna Rao is like 2400, 24 something FIDE, 2500 USCF. So let's see what happened. He goes D4. Of course, I play my KID life because that's just what I play. I play the King's Indian Defense. So let's go. JPS with the raid. Let's go. Get some hype in the chat. Thank you so much for raiding. JPS, the man himself, Jason Pierre Sweeney. Good to see you, man. Thank you for rating. Hope you had a great stream, bro. JPS in the building. So knight f6. I play knight f6. By the way, people just getting here. LJ Chess says, what's up? Yeah, what's up, man? This is round 6 of the World Open. Rounds 1 through 5 are on the YouTube channel right here. You can catch that in the chat. So what's going on, guys? This is round 6 of the World Open. I'm playing International Master Prasanna Rao. He has white. I have black. He has white. I have black. Okay, so after knight f6, knight f3. What's up, KB Khan? I go g6. He goes g3. I'm like, okay, bishop g7. He fianchettos. I castle. I'm thinking this is going to be a fianchetto variation of the King's Indian Defense, which I got that in round 5. So in round 5, if you look at no, round 4. Sorry, in round 4, I got a fianchetto variation of the King's Indian Defense. So I thought I was getting another one. I was like, 2 in the same tournament. Let's see what happens. So after castles, he castles too as well. I go d6. What's d6 about? It's just a regular move. It's the move to make. It's just the move to make. He plays b3. Now this is the weird stuff where if you don't study it, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, this is not fun to play if you don't know what to do here. Luckily, I know exactly what to do here because I was like, oh, I'm prepped for this. I like to prep the sidelines and stuff that people don't play the most, because that's what I'm usually going to get in the King's Indian Defense. So that's what happened. Is it allowed to talk to your opponent during a match? Not at all. I mean, other than like, do you want to draw, or like, can I see your score sheet? Like, other than that, it's not like, hey, bro, what you doing for lunch after this? Like, unless in the under sections, they actually they do that. Actually, I've seen it. Full conversation, and they just playing the game. So I was like, wow, okay, all right. But they do that in the under sections, just not in the open. Double fianchetto, oh boy. Yeah, what's up, John? Welcome to the stream. So b3, I noticed like the back of my hand. I know exactly what's about to happen. So watch this. I go c5, and I'm playing this fast because I know what to do here. Those younger sections are giggling the whole time. They giggling, turning up, playing around. Hey, bro, look at this on Instagram. Like, got their phone out on Instagram, playing in the under sections. That's just what they do. It's all good. So I never talk to my opponent. It says Looney's Looney. Okay. Every move is comedy sketch to them, says John. So c5, bishop b2. I take on d4. He takes it with the knight. Now, what would you play here in this position? John, you're actually a KID player, so I don't know if you got here yet, but anyone else, what do you play in this position? I know what to play, and I felt good because in this position, I know what to play. It feels good to know what to play. So what do you play here with black? Let's get some suggestions in the chat. What do you play? Quentin says e5. I used to play KID, says don't cry wolf. Bishop e6 and a big GM streaming. What's up, Dale Piero? What's up? A6, B7 for rook sack. Okay, yeah, I'm not jumping off the deep end. I did that in round 3. Knight to C6. You play E5 or D5. Okay, knight to C6. That's not a move. Right, king B2. Yeah, that's just not a move, big fella. A6 followed by queen C7, queen C7. JJ 25th one with the dab. What's up, bro? Welcome. Queen C7, queen B6. I forget it's knight A6 in this line. This is nowhere near knight A6, John. So I know you haven't got that far yet. This is not even. It's not even close. Not even close. Now, if you did say D5, you are correct. King E7, not on the table, so I'm stumped. Funny. So it's actually D5. It's actually D5 here. Why? Because why not? He's going to play C4, E4. There's no pawns in the center. So, you know, D5 is the move. And I was happy to play this on the board because I know exactly what to do. C4 is the book move. Guess what he plays? C4. I'm like, let's go. I'm still in prep. I know the next 12 moves from here in prep. If he takes this and he take back, I'm supposed to go queen B6. So I'm already ready. I'm excited. I take this. Then he goes here. And then it's almost like, oh my goodness. It's like one of those new moves. Like, what in the world is this? They didn't say that was in the book. Like, you know, what is this? What is this? I have never seen this. I have never seen this. And it's only a few games, not a few, but it's not many games in the chess base, in the database with this. There's not many at all. So knowing that it's not many, I was like, okay, this is rare. This is very rare. So I had to ask myself, a lot of times when you're in this kind of situation, you got to ask yourself, why are they sacrificing this pawn? Then I had to go back and think in my studies, why didn't they put this in there? Because this is a strong book. I mean, it's strong. Hit with the engine and all. It's tested, battle tested. It's great. But I'm wondering, like, why was it put in here? And I was like, you know, it just can't be that good then. And that's what I came to a realization to understand. It just cannot be that good. So I was like, well, if it's not that good, you're going to have to show me. And you have to become one of those people. You have to be very daring and risky to be strong, daring and risky to say, you know what? You're just going to have to show me what this compensation you about to get for this move. So I went into that. Let me read the chat real quick. So 93 looks like a good move. Yep. He was playing a GM. No, he was an IM. Can I tell? Haven't been keeping up with my chess lately. Drop 150 from my highest rating. You have to do something every day to stay at your tip top. Whether it's a tactic, literally something every day to do it. Canty, you gonna be at TwitchCon this year, man? I am not, man. I wish, bro. But good luck to you, man. And have some fun. Take some pictures. You know, turn up with the boys there. So I know you'll be there. So knight A3. I just took the pawn. Because I'm like, you're gonna have to show me, bro. I'm not a fan. I don't believe you. You're gonna have to show me. Then he played queen takes B3. Now I am almost out of prep here because I have never been here. And here's the thing about playing chess, guys. This is what told me that, yes, my prep is so good. But my experience is where I need help in. So I figured out where my weakness is in this game. This is what really helped me on like what I know I need to work on next to get better, which is playing more because I study so much. I don't play enough. So the experience in this position was lacking. So understanding fundamentals and stuff like that, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I thought about queen b6 actually, Quentin. I thought about queen b6 for a while, but then I was like, it's not really worth it. And I was like, what else can I do? My main focus right now is to develop. I should develop or else I'm going to be crushed, wiped with the board. So what I do? I went knight d7. Yeah, b7 is south, but knight c7 is a move. It's a big boy move. I'm also threatening queen b6. So now I can take and put the knight. I can take my queen back with the knight. So queen b6, he takes, knight takes, and I'm good. And I'm up. I'm also up a clear pawn still. Yeah, you got compensation, but I'm feeling real good. Ed Wood says, hey, what's up, Ed Wood? Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Blade Wood says knight c6. All right, brother, we'll miss you, man. Miss you too, JJ2051. We'll see you, man. I'll see you when I get over there to TwitchCon. So, but knight to d7. So I go knight b to d. He goes rook to c1. I just follow up. I'm like, there's nothing else to do here. A lot of times when you have a plan and you're so invested in that plan, there's nothing else to do. I mean, what you gonna play b6 now? Well, of course, that's just not a move. Rook b8, you're just going to switch it all up. And actually, the engine at one point did recommend e5, but I was never into this. And I actually did this against Yasser Casado. round 1 in Chicago Open. I ended up playing a sequence of moves that was clever and it was fun, and I got a lot of counterplay. I just couldn't finish it off later because it was so much. It was too tactical and it was ridiculous. It was just too much. I had the wrong plan. But e5 here, it blocks this bishop, and then I have to worry about it later. And I'm not trying to. I was not a fan of it. So what I just played is follow up. Queen b6. That's what I played it for. He played knight here, and at first I was like, man, I might be in trouble because I know he got knight c4 and this coming. I mean, if you look at this, he do got some type of compensation for that pawn. I mean, there's a lot of pieces over here. A lot of pieces. Open file. Thank you so much. 1,000 bits from Ed Witt, man. Thank you. Appreciate the love, bro. 1,000 bits from Ed Witt. So this bishop's bearing down on his side. The queen's like not far behind. I mean, the knight's over here. This bishop is like long range. Open file. The man got some comp, big fella. But I'm a Jedi. So let me show you what happened. I actually played knight c5. I hit the queen. The bishop is out. And watch this next move. I don't care where he moves the queen. I'm probably going to do the same move. Bro, this guy is good. Yeah, he international master. He bona fide. He's been here. He's been here before. He got the 3 norms and got the rating well over. He 2,400 plus. He's like 2,500 USCF. The man is strong. So I'm up a full pawn though. And let me tell you what happens. Now, he plays queen c2. What do you think I play here? Black to move. What do you play? Watch this. KB Khan says, oh my God. Bishop f5. So Quentin, I'm not trying to jump off the deep end. I already told you I did that in round 4. So that's just queen takes c5, jumping off the deep end. GG, have a good one. Sid 7, same thing. Bishop f5, queen takes c5. Have a good day. You might as well just resign. Knight f to d. I thought about knight fd, but I wasn't feeling it. Hello, big fella. What's up, Fadu? Welcome to the stream. a6. a6 is different. Bishop f4 looks a decent development move. Man, everybody into bishop f5, but you're forgetting that you are jumping off the deep end all the way with a smile. Queen takes c5, and it's just over. You know what? Hey, shake hands. Sorry. Sorry I wasted your time, sir. Sorry I wasted your time. This position is so complicated. Chess is hard. That's right. That's right. Looks like the only move. I played 96. That's correct. Definitely 96. And then guess what the evaluation reads? Black's winning. At one point, I was minus 1.5 in this game, guys. Almost minus 2. Okay, 96. Now, you have to notice that I'm defending everything right now. Everything is... This is winning? Yes, it is. It's winning. And I felt like this too because I was defending everything. Not to mention, he can't move his knight right now because this is hanging. I mean, in a way. Because he goes here, I just snap it, and then you remove the defender of this. So you're already in trouble. Okay, a6 is definitely on the way. And actually, I'm not supposed to play this. This was my error, actually. And that's why this title is Stick to the Basics. Stick to the Basics. And I'm going to ask you, chat, in a minute about basics. So, after 96, he goes rook b1. Because, watch this. I was like, man, I might have him for real. Like, if he goes rook f to d, I had knight g4. Knight g4, hitting on f2. Hitting on f2. And if he just defends it, I take on b2 and then play f6 and the knight's hanging due to the pin on the queen. So I was on him. I was on him. I was ready. I was winning, bro. Winning. Now watch this. He plays rook b1 because I'm like, okay, this about to get tactical. So it's about to get real tactical and stuff. So I was like, all right, let's see what happens. Just got here. What move is this on? We're still in, we on move 15. We're gonna run right back through it again though. Was thinking about all that. Yeah, he was thinking about all that, huh? So queen c5, I just wasn't a fan of it because I'm like, I don't really want to trade queens. I don't really want to trade queens here. So here's the issue, guys. This is where I should have stuck to the basics. Stuck to the basics. That's the name of this. This is why I put it in the title. Stick to the basics. What's a basic move? What do you have to do in the opening, guys? Develop pieces. KB Khan put in the chat bishop to d7. But what do you think I played, though? What do you think that I played? I played a6. Yes. Bishop d7 or a6. If I would have played bishop d7, I would have won this game. Because I played a6, something as simple as that, and it doesn't even look like it's wrong. Gives him the counterplay that he needs, then I could be almost lost. Because his pieces are so active. Bishop d7. Why? Because, and I realized this, and now I start implementing in my games, even after reading, you know, chess fundamentals so many times, when it says, hey, refrain from moving a piece twice, of course, but also develop. That's the main thing you need to be doing right now. And I was so into a6 because I was going to do this anyway. A6, a6. But remember, bishop d7 does the same thing as a6. It does the exact same thing. Bishop d7, I just hit the knight anyway. And I actually get the rook out the way. And this would have cost my game. I would have won this game if I would have played bishop d7. But because I played a6, I gave him too much. I gave him way too much. So let me show you what happens. A6, he goes knight c4. I already saw that this was going to be tricky. I could take on b5. He goes bishop takes. And, you know, it's just an easy game, right? You lost because of a6? Nope, I didn't lose because of, in a way, yes, because I gave back so much. And I already saw this line. I mean, I sat here like 20 minutes. I played a6. I knew he went knight c4, and I was thinking queen c5 if he goes bishop a3. I'll swing all the way over here. If bishop takes, they got a crazy line with rook to e8, actually. And then after rook e8 is, what is it? It was weird. Bishop takes e7. No, I was supposed to take the knight, and then takes, and then take. Bro, it was wild. It was wild, right? So queen c5, I know I had to go here, but he also had another move where he could just take on f6. This move right here. After I go queen c5 and then move his knight, and that's what he did. So I went queen c5, and I expect him to make the best move because he's an international master. So he plays, he's very strong, right? So he plays knight a3, actually. He didn't even take it. He went knight to a3. So I'm like, okay, knight to a3. Again, stick to the basics. Now, I'm supposed to be focusing on development and stuff like that. The engine gave a few moves. They actually gave this move, which I wasn't a big fan of. But at this point, I start to notice that my position is a little bit weird and cramped. And I was like, I should have played bishop d7 because I wouldn't have this problem. Now I can't. And now I have to wait and babysit, which means the rooks never get connected, which means my position's a little cramped. And when you have cramped positions, yeah, you up a pawn. The material is right, but the activity is wrong, which means I'm probably going to give it back at a rate that I don't want to once he gets his position right. And then I'm going to have to rely on tactics and counterplay to try to win the game. Very deep understanding. So after knight to a3, knight to g5, I played knight g5, and I had a lot of tactics involved here. I mean, I went for the wrong plan here. Honestly, I should have just played knight d4. But let me show you what happened. He played this very good. He actually took this, and this is the first line, and this is actually the best line. And I thought I was just okay here, which I am. Knight b6 makes a threat. Okay. Knight, queen, bishop is free rook. Wow. So queen takes c2, knight takes c2, rook to b8. He goes knight e3. And at this point, I'm like, man, this is weird. This is very weird. I have to be careful that if I move my bishop to the wrong square, I'm going to get it trapped. I can't go bishop d7. That's obvious. Bishop e6, you just jumping off the deep end there, Jess. h4. h4. Then you can check him. Whoa, that seems right. Knight h3. But then you got king h2. Oh, then we got tactics, though. Watch this. But this stuff don't work. You're only hitting this temporarily. And rook f3. I saw all this. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not about to jump off the deep end like that and embarrass myself. I even saw this, too. An extra step. But then I got this. Rook here, and then here, and then here. And then now he hitting this. And I'm still down the piece. It just don't work. It just don't work. But I thought about it, though. I definitely thought about bishop e6. Because the knight's trapped. I can't go anywhere. So I have to worry about that. And now going back, this is why you stick to the basics, folks. This is why you stick to the basics. I should have played bishop d7. This caused me so much trouble later on. Small problems become big ones later. All my students know this. Small problems become big ones later. This was a small problem that became a huge one at this point because I never played bishop d7. At this point, I could probably go bishop c6. If this happened still, it'd be a whole different game if I did play bishop d7. But imagining like my bishop being here as opposed to here is a big difference. Big difference. I can't do much. It's annoying. I mean, I got to go back to e6 and his knight's looking great. All his position's just looking better. So it's very tough for me to do kind of anything. I thought for a very long time here. What would you do here? What would you do? I'm going to show you everything that I thought about. And then I'm going to show you where I moved. Bishop h3. Okay, so bishop h3. That was a thought. That was a thought. I was like, yeah, I could play bishop h3. So what was wrong with bishop h3? I did not like this. I think due to him playing f4 or something similar. Was it takes? Yes, take first. Nope, nope, it's not that. What's wrong with bishop h3? I think it was takes king g2 and then f4. They could take, then fork. Take, then fork. Oh, yes, knight d7. All right, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yep. Correct, Jessica. Because I was like, something's wrong here. I was like, I couldn't play bishop h3 because I probably would have played it. Because there's d7 and I would have jumped off the d pin. Bishop h4. Bishop takes, king g2, knight goes back, knight d7, GG. Have a good one. It's over. Couldn't play bishop h3. Anything else? Bishop d4. Okay. Bishop d4. So I thought about this. I thought about this one too. I think he just gets the pawn back, and I just wasn't comfortable with how he was doing it. Or is it knight c2 or something? I don't remember. Maybe it was knight d5. I think it was just like knight here. Because this bishop not doing anything. Maybe I have to go bishop c5 and then sit around. But this is not fun to play. I was like, bishop d4, I'm not... What am I even doing? I don't even think... I just don't work. Bishop d4 was just not a move. Rook to d8. Rook to d8, I'm not a fan of it. I was like, rook d1, and then what? And then he's about to really take the file. Because again, I got this problem with this bishop. But then maybe I could have played bishop h3. So maybe rook d8 could have been an option. Let me see. If rook d8, what's the op? Oh, but he can still take on here. I forgot he could take on c8. I keep forgetting. This is the main threat, folks. You got to remember this too. That if I do nothing at all, if I make a random move, not random, but something like h5, even something as simple as e6, trying to cut off the knight. Actually, I can't forget that my knight's hanging once again. So I have to play something. Let's say I go like h5. b7 is straight up hanging, but also a6 is hanging. So if he takes this, I don't care which way I take. Rook takes, bishop takes. I cannot get the 7th rank. It's not going down. It's not mine. I won't get it. So he's going to take the a6 pawn, and then he goes from down a pawn to up a pawn. And I'm like, what? How you go up a pawn? Like, I'm definitely did something wrong. So I just can't allow that to happen. Bishop f5, I'm like, man, this pawn structure is trash. Also, I can't, you got to remember that if I ever give this bishop up, knight d7 is next. And you can just, hey, sorry for wasting your time today, sir. Let's shake hands. You know, like bishop f5 is not a move. Not a move. So I played a5. a5 was the move I chose. Because I thought a long time. Because I thought about everything. I was thinking deep. I couldn't find stuff. It was all ugly. It was ridiculous. All because I did not play bishop d7. Stick to the basics. Develop your pieces at all costs. At all costs. At all costs. So, knight e to c4. I would have been okay with that. Because then I could get bishop f5 in. At least, finally, I can get some counterplay. Finally, I can get some counterplay. I would have been fine with anything else. Anything else. And now did he get his pawn back? He did, but he got it at my, I played a5 because I know once he takes this, there's no way, like there was nothing for me to defend this threat. Like literally, this is why I play a5. No matter what I do, I cannot defend. I even thought knight h3 was a move, and actually the engine gave this, but I was afraid of this. I was afraid of having my knight trapped in here. Like if I go king here, bishop d4 or something, maybe even like knight back. It's the fact that my knight is going to be it's going to be tough getting this knight out of here in some cases. Like if he's allowed to play f4, so doesn't look like it doesn't, and it doesn't do much. The engine gave it, but it was like it was not fun. It's the engine line, to say the least. Like what's your follow up? How you going? And if you're wrong, then it's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad because there's a lot of lines that, like, if you're not careful, your knight gets trapped over here with f4. And then already, when you go back to g5, he already can kick your knight h4, f4. And it was like ugly. I was like, oh my goodness. Hey, Canty, peace, Tire. All right, Looney, peace out, bro. Good to see you. If he's not, is he not even taking your bishop in order to leave you with your problem? Wait, what you mean, John? You mean taking the pawn here? You're not even taking your bishop in order to leave you with your problem. Yeah, rook b8, knight e3. I play a5. Because literally there is nothing I can do about this threat of taking on b7. There's nothing I can do. So instead of losing 2 pawns, I'm just going to lose 1. I'm just going to lose 1. Oh, yeah. That's what he did, John. Because I was like, I have to defend this threat. Nothing else is going to work. Every other line, I'm losing 2 pawns. And then this one is not clear. And it's not fun. How smart is it, too? You know, playing a line that's not clear against an international master and above. Like, it's just not smart either. You may think that it looks good, but just because you think that it looks good does not mean that it's good. So, you know, knight h3 was not, I was just not into it. It's just not into it. I didn't have a real good follow-up for it. But a5, I at least knew that I could still get some counterplay. I can defend some stuff, and I could maybe get to rook to the 7th. This knight's not going to be here forever. So I got counterplay still. I was comfortable with that. So I play a5. He's not trading off. He would gain a pawn. He'd rather leave you with your issues. Right. So knight takes, he did. Takes, then he took the pawn. So now it's basically even. Literally, it's equal. Straight up equal. Only issue is my knight on g5. Only issue. And that's when I realized I did choose the wrong plan with knight to g5. I also messed up and didn't play bishop d7 early on, which cost me a lot of time. So I'll play rook c7. I traded these boys off. Quite simple. Bishop d4, because I'm about to take his. What's funny is the reverse happened. So he went rook here. And I thought for a while, I'm like, should I go a4? Should I go bishop c3? Rook c5? I really did not want to go rook c5, but I felt like this was the only way to keep it, you know, safe for me. So he does what I was asking. Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he takes it and then he gets the pawn back, and now it's just even. This should be a draw, yes, but I mean, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. The eval right now reads, it's actually minus 0.08 right now, but now it goes to minus 0.04, basically equal. Now it says zeros after knight check, king g2, take on f2. This is the line I saw too, guys. This is what I saw. I went for this first. I would have played this, and this is how, you know, I love tactics. I immediately saw this line. I immediately considered this, but I did not like the fact, I mean, who here would allow this to happen? First off, yes, okay, takes. The engine says, what should you do now? It says rook takes e3 or bishop takes e3. So after we check him and the king runs, check this out, folks. He has a pass pawn, and he's also got a bishop that covers the queenie square of this pass pawn. Do you think I'm about to allow him to have a pass pawn like this when I don't have a counterpart? How is this? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? It's just not that good. Yeah, this bishop defends the square, but I mean, I'm not trying to give up this bishop or like chill around, which I guess it is equal after I get e6 in, and then I get this rook behind this pawn and keep the bishop here and just kind of shuffle back and forth. I'm not giving him this pass pawn. I know. So that's why I didn't choose that. But the engine gives that line. And I'm like, I wasn't into that. But I did see it. So I played rook c5. I just was like, you know what? Let's see if he takes it. He takes it. Then he plays knight here. Now, at first, let's actually see what the engine does. I think they played bishop b4. Oh, no, they still gave up this pawn. They still give up this pawn. And also, h5 is another move. That's weird. h5. What the heck is that about? And h6. Like, they don't even move this pawn. Here's the reason why I didn't move the pawn. Reason why I didn't push this pawn is because I saw something like this, where like he could bully this pawn, right? Very smart way to do this. Bully the pawn after pushing. Now look, this is a target. All I got to do is run my king over here and snag this pawn. And snag this pawn, and then I have this. While at the same time, I'm just probably going to block this up to defend this one and make it so that you cannot take these pawns, and I could be losing because I am not close enough. My king is way too far to be trying to defend this pawn. So I didn't push it because I was like, I'm not about to run into that. I just don't think that would be smart. And as the evals like didn't even consider pushing this. They didn't even consider this move. This is the move I made. They just said you have to go for this and give this up, because basically this is a lost cause. But at the same time, like, he got a pass pawn, and I'm not trying to give that up. Not. What did he give? Knight c4, knight h3, king g2, knight takes f5, knight to d1. I actually considered that, and I was like, what if I put the knight on d1? But then he just goes bishop back to like b3, and he just chilling. And then knight c3, and I am hitting this pawn kinda, and I'm attacking this one. But then he can go king f3, and there's like nothing. I just kind of got nothing out of there. I guess I could shuffle back and forth, and honestly, that probably would have been a draw there. But I just chose a different route. I played bishop b4. Once he went here, and then we went into this endgame right here. And this is what lost me here. I lost here. We get into this technical game here. King f6. He pushes. I went e5. And the rest, I guess I didn't record the rest of it here because I was definitely getting into time trouble. But I knew from here that I messed up. This looks like 2 results for white. Correct. It is. It's 2 results. And we played on for a long time. It was grueling. We had to be one of the last 5 games in there. Something like that. Close to it. Very grueling. And I ended up losing the endgame. But I was up a pawn. I was -2 at one point. And I lost this game because I didn't stick to the basics. If you're just now getting here and you want to know what I meant, this is all prep. I know this like the back of my hand. I'm not even looking at the board right now. And I know what's going on. Knight takes d5, c4. This is prep. After I take this, pawn's supposed to take it. I go queen b6, they go queen b3, I go knight f to d7. What else do? They have knight c3 as an option that runs into knight to c5. If they have rook to d1, then I go knight c6. Pawn takes. It's ridiculous. I know it. But he played knight a3. And knight a3 threw me off, but that's okay. I'm like, you know what? Capture it. I'm going to test you in this. Since that's what you want to play, this is not in the book. They said that's not a move because they didn't put it there. So, it can't be. So, I played knight d7, queen b6, knight c5, knight e6. Monstrous move here. This was the move of the game. Saved everything. And then I followed up with the wrong move right here. Stick to the basics. Keep developing. Keep developing. Bishop d7, because that would have gave me a tempo to get my rook to c8, which would be able to defend everything. And it's just, I'm good. But because I played a6, it threw everything off. This IM took the risk to get you out of your book. Yeah, but he didn't know. You know, I'm booked up how I am. But now I am. I'm super booked up. Was it too late to play bishop d7 after he played knight b to a3? Yeah, because b7 was hanging. Because if I go bishop d7 right now, b7 just straight up hanging. Both ways, actually, too. Instead of knight g5, I can go bishop d7. He can take on f6 first and take this. Which I guess I could give up b7 for some counterplay. But if he does take with the bishop, it does cause me to not be able to bring the rook to c8. Maybe, I mean, it could be it could definitely be some counterplay. Let's see what the engine does if they actually move the bishop. Bishop d7 is actually move number 2. They actually say that that is a good move. Bishop d7, and they give it like equal. So I want to know what happens. Maybe it's just losing. How about bishop d7? If he takes on b7, what happens to his life? Because obviously they don't even give it as an option. Wow, it's not even that bad. It's just saying it's equal because he got his pawn back. That's about it. It's just equal. But for me, I didn't want to give him the pawn back. I just didn't want to. And that cost me too. So rook a7. Yeah, rook a7. But I mean, I was in the fact of like, I'm up a pawn. I don't want to give this back. And I gave it back later on. So this is Chicago Open. Or actually, sorry, that was before. This is World Open. Round 6, guys. Drop that one, but now we got round 7, 8, 9 to do, which are very exciting as well. So I'll show you how that is. Thank you so much for sticking around for round 6 of the World Open against International Master Prasanna Rayo.